All right, let me adjust my camera. Uh-oh, what happened there? Okay. All right, so that's a lot of craziness. I wish I had somebody in here that could help me. It's hard when you're doing it by yourself and you're doing it live, because it's not like I just have the camera angled down at my, table and you can just see what my hands are doing. So I am live on Facebook and I'm live on YouTube. If you're joining me on Facebook, I'm also on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel now, and it's called Southern Makes All Things Crafty. And if you're joining me on YouTube, I have a Facebook group, and it's Southern Makes VIP group. So thanks for watching. I'm going to be doing a flip from a ice cube tray. And I did one the other day, so if you got to watch my video, it was fun to do. But I thought maybe I would add some colors in here and just kind of get a different look. So I'm going to kind of space out the colors a little bit. I've never done this before other than the other day. I did it. So this is going to be kind of like an experimentation. And if it turns out really cool, then yay. If it doesn't, then it'll be a learning experience, that's for sure. Okay, so I need some Floetrol. And that's all the way back here behind me. All right, so I'm going to be using white. I've got Anita's metallic white. And I'm using some Color Shift paints by Folk Art. It's a Color Shift paint. I'm going to use Folk Art Metallic Antique Gold. Color Shift by Folk Art. And this one is Purple Flash. And then this one is by Fine Touch. And it is Neon Rose Red. And then I'm also going to use Ocean Green by Master's Touch. So a lot of different brands here. I am going to use some glue all. And I really want to put some silicone oil in there. I haven't quite decided. I like using the silicone oil. It's just, it's a little bit difficult to clean when you're wanting to put epoxy over your piece. So that's one of the reasons why I don't use it. I don't even see it. It was close by just a minute ago. This is why it's nice if you have someone in here helping you. I wish my next door neighbor was an acrylic pourer and she could just come over and we could pour together. Okay, so the first thing I need to do probably is paint my surface. So I'm just going to use some of this Anita's plain white, and we're going to coat the surface with this. So I am a brand new YouTuber. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'm a beginner acrylic pourer. I've only been pouring for a little over a year now, and it's a lot of fun. I've learned a lot from the best. There's several people that I follow on social media, watched a lot of videos, and then I bought the supplies and tried it out myself, and I have fun doing it. So if you're just starting out, there's a lot of supplies that you can get from like Dollar Tree, of course, Walmart, all of the craft supply houses will have most of the supplies that you need, other than these little cups. You can find those at Walmart. But it's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. It's a de-stressor. And it can be addicting. I can't even tell you how many people have watched me and then took it up themselves, which is so cool. That's why I do this. because I want to encourage other people to dive into being creative. So my husband wishes I would just sell all my stuff and never craft a day in my life, but it's what I love to do. So I just keep doing it. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and paint the edges. Just so I don't do it every time. It just really depends on the mood that I'm in. If I feel like devoting the time to doing it, really, that's all it is. And today I feel like doing it, I guess. I like to experiment with my acrylic pouring and just try new things, see what works, what doesn't work. I like experimenting with different products, although I don't go crazy. I don't go buy every single product that is out on the market for acrylic pouring. Can't afford that. But I do like testing different paints and different products. It's a lot of fun. So I just painted my board, and I'm going to start mixing my paints here in a minute. I love the Walmart brand wipies. They work really, really well, especially when you're working with epoxy. They're my favorite ones. So I keep those handy. You can also use a washcloth and just spray it with apple cider vinegar and not apple cider, white vinegar and water, or you can spray it, douse it in the rubbing alcohol, and you can use that to wipe your hands. I just use the wipies, but that's one way to save money, though, if you wanted to just do a washcloth and douse it with either white vinegar and water or the rubbing alcohol. Okay, so the other day when I did it, I only used 3 paint colors, and I felt like it wasn't enough paint. So I'm going with more colors just because I want to do different mixture of colors in each little cube. So that's why I have several colors out here today. So, okay, I'm going to start pouring Floetrol in the bottles. And I guess I'm going to add some silicone to some of the colors. It's just hard to clean up. Like my grandson did a board, this one here, and this one has silicone on it, and you cannot see the silicone, and you really can't even feel it. I know it's there though, so I'm going to have to wipe this really good with a wipey probably. If you can see the silicone, the oil on the surface, then I recommend cleaning it with baking soda, baby powder, any kind of like powder substance like that. Just sprinkling it on there and then just rubbing it in with a brush, a soft brush. And then wiping off, shaking off all the loose powder, and then you get a wipey and you gently wipe it, and then you should be good to go. But it's a process and it takes more time. But today I think I'm going to go ahead and put silicone in there. All right, so I'm going to start pouring the Floetrol into my cups. I'm almost out of Floetrol. It's time to get some more. And I think I'm going to go halfway with all of them. And I may even add some glue all in here too. Ooh, that's a big booger right there. I got to get that out. Yuck. That's nasty. That's a Floetrol booger. Okay. If you're watching me on YouTube or even on Facebook, this is not an exact science how the way to do acrylic pouring. I just like to vlog my journey, and I like to do it through YouTube and Facebook so that way other people can kind of learn. Like I said, I'm a beginner. I just started a little over a year ago, and I'm enjoying it. And so I thought that I would vlog my journey on YouTube and on Facebook. But this is not the only way to do acrylic pouring. If you've watched any YouTube videos, you're going to find out that there's so many different techniques. And I'm just sharing my techniques. So I hope you'll enjoy watching. All right, I'm going to start adding my glue all into each cup. Scared me for a minute. I thought I had the wrong squeeze bottle. I thought, oh no. I don't measure either. I just, I don't know. I just add it in a good squeeze for the amount that is already in the cup. And after I add my paints, I just make sure it's got a good consistency. And if it doesn't have a good consistency, I may spray some water in there to thin it out if it's too thick. And I do use a spray bottle because if you try to pour the water in, sometimes you'll have too much. You'll add too much water and then it's just too watery. Okay, so now the paints. So I'm going to start with white. And again, I don't measure. I'm going to squeeze about, oh, hold on. Got to get this booger out too. Oh gosh. Ugh, that's nasty. I hate those boogers. All right, so I squeezed about a $0.50, a quarter, the size of a quarter, or a $0.50 squeeze of paint into each cup. Of course, depending on what you're making too. I've got a small surface to cover, so it doesn't really need a lot. Let me make sure this one is open. Yep, it is. Wow, that's a pretty color. This is the Color Shift Black Flash by Folk Art. So again, I'm just putting a quarter size or a $0.50 size puddle. Uh-oh. I don't think I put any in here. I think this is supposed to, this doesn't have any color, I hope, because I'm putting purple in here. Gold, purple, okay. I need an assistant so bad. All right, and then the Acrylic Fine Touch Neon Rose Red. Not sure why they put the name Rose in there because it doesn't, there's nothing rose about it. It's pretty neon pink. All right, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Hey, Mary Lena is now addicted to pouring. I love it, Mary Lena, that you're addicted. I just wish we lived closer because I need a pouring buddy. I tried to get my husband to come in here, but he just got home from work and it's just not his thing. But football's not my thing either, but I sure do watch football games. So this is a gorgeous color. I love this color. This is the Ocean Green by Master's Touch. All right, so now I'm going to add, I think I'm going to put the silicone And y'all, this comes out really super fast. I'm going to show it to you. You can buy this in the man section. Oh, I hate it when I get little text message bubbles on when I'm doing lives. Anyways, you can get this in the man section at Walmart. I'm not sure who else sells this. It's not hard to find though. I've seen a lot of different stores when I'm out with Alan, but it comes out really fast. It's silicone oil, and it comes out super fast. So you just have to be careful, but I'm going to put it in all my colors. And I'm just going to do, well, I'm going to open it there. Just like 3 drops in each color except for, oh, and I'm not even squeezing the bottle. It just really comes out fast. So if you use this, just don't squeeze the bottle. Okay, I'm being brave with that silicone because, like I said, it's just a pain to have to clean. After you've done a pour, you have to clean off the oil. All right, so this is the white. And again, this has Floetrol, Gluol, and paint. Lately, I've been loving this metallic white. So anytime I use white now, I use the metallic. And it just, oh, I love it better than just the plain white. When you're stirring your little mixtures, make sure you scrape the cup on the sides because a lot of times the Gluol, the thicker product, will want to hug and stay on the side of the cup, and then go back and forth with your popsicle stick on the bottom, like scrape the bottom, because sometimes product will stick down there too. So you just have to make sure it's stirred really well. All right, and this is the black. And again, this has Gluol, Floetrol, acrylic paint, and now, well, this one doesn't have silicone, but the rest of the colors have silicone. So the black, I can see on the inside of the cup, it's wanting to stay on the sides of the cup on the inside. So you really just have to really scrape, go back and forth. And I wish you could see how it's changing inside. It was like a milky gray, and now it's turning dark. And that's just because the color wants to hug the side of the cup and the bottom of the cup. And so you just have to do a good job at stirring and scraping. And I always change the direction. I'll go clockwise and then counterclockwise, and then I'll scrape sides, bottom, and just make sure I get a good stir. All right, the next one is gold. And the paint's not wanting to mix on this one either. So the same thing, go back and forth, clockwise, counterclockwise, scrape the side. Now I can see the color mixing. It's a really pretty, like a honey mustard metallic gold. All right, this purple, I'm hoping the purple's really going to come through. I like that color shift purple. It's really pretty. Oh goodness, nothing is mixing in here. Okay, there it is. So same thing. It doesn't want to mix, and it's hugging the cup. It's just now mixing. That hurts the shoulder. So scrape, counterclockwise, clockwise, and then go back and forth, scraping the bottom. Hi, Kaylee. Did you just get home from work? Aw, my daughter is in the house watching. Okay. Next one is this hot pink. And that's taking a while for it to mix too. And it could just be because these products are a little bit cold sitting in this room. Oh, wow, that's really pink. Woo. You need some sunglasses on for this color. Wow, look at that. This one might need a little bit of water. I use distilled water. You're at home? Oh, you've been gone. No, I've been gone. You're home. Oh, you're at home now? Okay. This one might need a little bit of thinning. So I just spray it in the cup because, again, I don't want to put too much. And I'd rather do a little bit at a time, a lot of times, than put too much at one time and not be able to take it out. Acrylic paints are made with water, so you don't really want to add too much water because then it'll start compromising the chemical makeup and it'll start breaking down the color, and you don't really want that to happen. All right, this is the ocean green. Ocean green. This one's pretty. Very pretty. It almost looks like a pretty ice cream. Not sure what flavor it would be, but it looks like it might taste good. I don't think I'll try it though. Probably wouldn't do good for me. Okay, I think I've got all my paints mixed really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling my ice tray. And let me adjust YouTube's camera really quick. Okay, there. I think that's a better view for YouTube. All right, so what I want to do is I want to have different colors, different color combinations. So I want to have like every cube is going to be a different color scheme. I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet. I don't really know. Like I want to have, let's just say, white, black, gold in one, and then maybe white, black, purple, white, black, pink, and maybe white, black, ocean breeze. So they're all going to have white, black. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. I'm just going to start pouring whatever I feel like. So all of them are going to have white on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and just start pouring white in all of them. And I'm just pouring enough to wet the bottom, hoping I don't run out of paint. I think I just saw a big booger fall in there. I might run out of paint. This is only my second time doing it, and I'm doing it a little bit different than I did it the first time. So see, I don't have very much white left. I don't know if you can see, but it's only to right here. So now I'm going to put this gorgeous color shift black. It looks more like gray than anything. And I'm going to add that into each one. I don't want to add a lot of black because I don't want it to be the dominant color. And I don't want it to mute my colors or make them muddy. Okay. And then I have gold. So I've got 4 colors. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do gold in every other one. And then I think I'm going to start the opposite. I'll skip the first one and then put gold in the next one and do every other one. All right. Lavender. I think I'll do in between the golds. There's really no rhyme or reason. It's whatever I feel like doing. So I just want to see if I change up the color scheme a little bit than last time. Last time, the very first time I did it, I only used 3 colors and I poured the same 3 colors in every single cube. So this is going to change it up a little, but I just wanted to see if it would change it up enough to make a difference. All right, and then the pink. I'll do it in the opposite of what I did purple. So every other one still, but this one's not going to have purple in it. So far, the ones I'm pouring in now, they just have white, black, gold, and the bright pink. All right, here's my favorite color. And then this will be opposite of what I just did. So all the ones that have pink, I'm going to skip those and I'm going to put this Ocean Breeze in the opposite of the pinks. You could really get creative doing it this way, you know, by changing up the colors. Okay, so now I'm either going to go back around or change it up. I'm going to skip white, but I think I'm going to start pouring black in all of them. And just a little bit. I think this would be fun to do it with epoxies too. And I'm almost out of black, but I'm just putting a little bit. I'm hoping I'm not putting too much because sometimes black can be your best friend and sometimes it can just really muddy up. Okay. All right, my next color would be gold. And I'm going to put gold in the opposite. I'm not going to, this one has gold underneath the pink, so I'm going to jump to the next one and start pouring every other one gold. Okay, and then purple. I'm going to start the first one with purple and go every other one. Let's see, that would be this one. And then pink. These all have pink. Okay, I better stick to the pattern. I'm doing every other one pink. And then my favorite color. I'm going to try to pour this color in all of them. I know this is the hard part to watch just because this is the part just where I'm just pouring everything and stirring everything and but stay with me. It's going to be worth it. Okay, all of them got the turquoise. So now I would start back down at the beginning, which is black. And I'm going to try to pour little bits of black in each one. Let's see if I have enough. And I would say that they're, I don't know, maybe a third full, the cubes. I am going to use all the paint. These are some funky colors, I'll tell you that much. And then I'm going to go to gold. When I did it the first time, I really didn't have enough paint. I mean, it worked, and it turned out really pretty, but I just wish I would have had more paint to move around. This is the part about pouring that I like, is that you can be creative and just pour out of different containers, pour over different containers. It's just a lot of fun to get creative with it. And now lavender in each one. Before I was just doing every other cube, but now I'm just trying to fill up the cubes. So I'm going to pour the same color in each cube until I run out. This bright pink. And then a little bit of turquoise. I can't wait to see how it turns out, just because I've done them different this time. All right, I'm going to go back down and just get the little bit of paint, and I think I'm just going to pour it on the corners. This is just the last bit. Okay, done with that cup. Gold, same thing. I'm just going to pour it on the corners. I don't have enough to go all the way around, so. That color is done. Lavender. Now I'm just adding to the ones that I think need help. Some of them they don't have as much as other cubes. That color is done. Pink. So much fun. And then my favorite color, I'm going to pour it in the middle. All right, and that one's done. Okay, y'all, this is the part that you've been waiting for. So I'm going to put my board on top, and then I'm going to flip it over. And I try to get it centered on the board. That looks centered to me. And now I'm going to flip. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. I need to put some gloves on. Should have done that a long time ago. So all the paint is draining out. You can see it right here on the edges. It's all draining out. I'm going to lift this and then we'll kind of play with it. All right, here we go. I'm going to put that upside down. Look at that. That's crazy. How fun is that? I'm going to try to move it slow. Because I like the crazy design that it has right now. This is so cool. This is where I get really super quiet. Just gonna let gravity do its thing. And I'm just tapping the corner down here, wetting the corner so that the paint will flow. And then now I'm going to try to straighten out the design a little. Okay, I'm going to set it down. I think I am going to take the heat gun to it. I didn't want to stretch it out too much. which that's kind of hard to do. I mean, I could have filled the ice tray with paint, and it wouldn't stretch as much, but that's kind of cool, the crazy things that it's doing. You can tell the silicone did its job. Let me get the heat gun. All right, I see a couple of boogers that need to come out. So I'm going to try to do this carefully so I don't mess up. Look at that. Trying to hide. Nasty. There was one over here that I saw. That is some craziness. I like it though. Now, if you wanted to get creative, you can get your, you can buy these at the grocery store. They're skewers. And you get a bunch of them in a package. Usually at Walmart, you find them where all the utensils are. And they're great for picking out those Floetrol boogers, the paint boogers, that kind of thing. You can also get the skewer and just kind of drag some of these designs out. And just kind of play with it. Remember to wipe it off though in between, because if you don't, you'll start muddying up your paint. It is starting to sell up. I just like getting the circles and dragging them out and making like a splatter. They kind of looks like a splatter when you do that. But again, remember to wipe it off in between. And you're just dragging the circle outward is all I'm doing. This is really pretty. It's so fun to do. That looks like a face. So weird. Okay. Let me take some heat to it again, see if I can get any more cell action going. It's starting to stretch out, so I might put some popsicle sticks. Level it out a little. All right, it looks pretty cool, y'all. I think both YouTube and Facebook have a good view of it. I love it. All right, I'm going to lift my ice tray because I'm hoping that this stuff is going to dry and I'll get some really nice what was I going to say? Some really nice something. Dried up paint so I can make some pendants. And the cool thing is when I end the video, I can take this ice cube tray and wash it out. But that way I can reuse it. Okay, this looks super cool. I love it. And underneath, I'm probably going to get some really cool pendants out of that. Let me get this booger out of here. There. Wow. I'm going to try to move my YouTube closer. All right, YouTubers, so hold on. I'm going to try to get you close so you can get a close-up view. Really super cool. And then this is the paint that's going to dry up. Hopefully I'll get some pendants out of that. So, all right, let me know what you thought about that. It was a lot of fun to do. I am glad now that I put the silicone in there. I can see the table is not level. So I'm having to prop up because there's a cool, it looks like a face right here on the corner and it's wanting to go off the edge and I don't want it to. I want it to come back down this way. There. That is so cool. I hope it stays like this. I hope it doesn't change too much. I was just now elevating it right here on the corners, right here with popsicle sticks because the design is going that way. And I don't want some of these things right here to fall off. So I might even get another one, maybe some thicker ones. Let me see if I can prop it up even more. Taking the big guns out. Yeah, there's a couple of cool designs right here. I don't want to see them go. You could really stare at this all night long because it's got some cool cells. There's a lot of cool things going on right now with it. So cool. I love it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I have a lot of wet paint now on the table, but it will not go to waste. I will try to make some pendants out of it. I might even try to get some rings out of that. It's really doing some cool stuff down here. I hope the paint underneath dries as cool as the paint on top. Oh, that one design is wanting to slide off, and I don't want it to. Okay, I think we're good. This is so cool. I could just stare at it all day long and keep selling up even more. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you learned something. I hope that you'll try it yourself. It was a lot of fun, and I'm not done experimenting with the ice cube tray. I would love to do it with epoxy. So I think that would be cool too, and even try some different color combinations. But it really does cool with the silicone in it. This is just fun to stare at. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm going to take some pictures of it so you can see it. But my YouTube viewers, thank you so much for watching. I had fun doing this, and I had fun sharing it with you. I hope that it will inspire you to go to Dollar Tree and get an ice cube tray and maybe some acrylic paints and try it yourself. So it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do it again, maybe different color scheme. So thanks for watching, YouTube. I will see you next time on So The Mix Live. Bye. And if you're watching me on